Kia ora koutou. Today we're going to make a maze game in Scratch. So the first thing we're going to do is create a backdrop. In fact, we're going to paint a backdrop. So I come down to this stage area and go up to paint, and now we've got this blank canvas that we can draw upon and undo, because I don't actually want that. Right, so the first thing in our maze is, in a maze we need some walls. So I'm going to go and create some walls. So let's go and get, I'll make a rectangle in this color. It's going to be a nice bright wall. And notice that I'm putting the wall, you'll see there's kind of a light area here, and then there's just an opaque blue, which is outside the boundaries there. That's looking pretty good. So I'm going to copy, and I'm going to click on this, on the arrow, click on here, click copy, and then paste, and then drag my other wall over here to the other side and place that there. So now we have a left and right wall to our maze, and I'm going to create some internal markers as well, internal walls. Maybe this time I might choose a slightly different color. So let me create the wall first. It's just going to be a thin wall, maybe something like that, and then let's give it a different color. So maybe that color. Wow, we're going 90s neon here. So let's click on the arrow, click here again, and you can copy and paste. If you like keyboard shortcuts, you can press Control C to copy and Control V to paste, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my other wall down here. There we go. Okay, so now I've got some walls. Now I need a starting point and an end point. So I'm going to drag Scratchcat up to the top here, and I'm going to go and get a place to start and an end point. So let's choose a sprite, and I'm going to search for a rainbow. So let's grab that rainbow, and I'll move it down on my stage there. And a starting point, let's do the same thing. What could we use? Oh, let's use a bus. So Scratchcat hops off the bus. That bus is a little bit big. So I'm going to reduce the size down to 50%, and drag that over here. Now you see Scratchcat needs to come forward, I think. Let's do this. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now in our game we need some kind of control mechanism, a game mechanic. So I'm going to use my mouse's cursor as a guide for Scratchcat. So this cat's going to follow my cursor as I lead it round the maze. So to do this, I'm going to need to do a couple of things. We need to Scratchcat to move, and we need it to turn to face me, face my cursor I should say. So what we're going to do is go find, there's the move, so we need to move some steps. We need to point, Scratchcat needs to point towards the mouse cursor. Now you can see that sprite 1 or Scratchcat is selected here. So the code that I put in here is all for the cat. If I click on the rainbow, you see the code disappears, and it hasn't got any code for the rainbow at the moment, so we're just programming the cat. So we want the cat to point towards the mouse pointer, which is my cursor, and then move forward a wee bit. And I want the cat to do that continuously. So I'm going to need to go and get a loop, which is under Control. In the New Zealand Tech curriculum, or Tech Strand, Digital Tech Strand, this is called iteration. So I'm going to move this out and grab these two and put them inside. So now, when the flag is clicked, Scratchcat is going to forever point toward, turn towards my mouse pointer and move 5 steps. So let's test this out. Hooray, so that's working. You can see he goes a bit funny. So we now need some kind of, well actually, we need some way to get Scratchcat back to the beginning. And we need to, when he touches these walls, he needs to jump back. Now I've just seen something on my background, so I'm going to jump into my background, and now I've just noticed that there's a faint outline around all these walls. So if I click on this, you can see that there's this black outline here, and it's of width 1. So I'm simply going to make that width 0 so that there's no outline. And I'm going to do that for all the walls, otherwise we may have an issue. Okay, back to Scratchcat and back to the Code tab. Now we want to set the position of Scratchcat, so we want him to go to the position of the Scratch Tours bus right at the start when we click the flag. So let's find a way of doing that. We need to find the position. Is it under sensing? No. Let's go have a look under motion. Go to random position. Let's go. Let's go to the city bus. That's where we want to start. And that's a good thing. So when we click start, he goes to the city bus and then follows again. And if we click stop and click start, he goes back. Right, so now we can use this same block here to fire when Scratchcat touches one of these walls, touches one of these colors. So what we're going to say is, if Scratchcat touches one of these walls, go back to the bus. So to do this, we need an if-then statement, which you can find under Control. This is called selection. So we're going to put that into our forever loop so that we're constantly checking whether he's touching the wall. Now to see whether we're touching the wall, we need to go to sensing. And you can see this diamond shaped thing here. Diamond shape, it always gives us a true or false value. So am I touching a mouse, something else? Am I touching the color? So in this case, am I touching a particular color? So we've got 2 colors here. Let's just try the first color out. I'm going to click on this color. Now, see this paint dropper icon? I'm going to click on that and then click my green wall. So now if I'm touching that green, I need to go back to the city bus. So I'm going to duplicate, and let's stop that. I'm going to duplicate this block. Oh, it duplicated everything. Let's get rid of that then. I'm just going to press delete. Delete. In fact, I'm just going to drag it over there. Might be easier for me to just grab it from here. go to the city bus. Okay, so let's test this out. So I go around here and oops, I've gone back to I touched the wall, so I went back to the city bus. So that's working, which is what we want. But we've also got these outside walls. So we need two of these. We need to say if I'm touching green or if I'm touching pink, then go to the city bus. So to do this, we need to actually go, let me just check, it might be in control or it's in operators, and it's in operators. So we need to go and get the OR, this OR thing. So we want to have something which says if I'm touching this color or touching the other color, then do something here. So what I'm going to do is just take this out, duplicate it, stick that one in there, stick the other one in here, stick them both into there, and then I'll change this color to the outside walls. So let's test that again. It's a good idea to constantly test. Yep, it's working. We touch that one. We touch the green one. Yes. Cool. So we have sorted out. Oh, that's interesting. I can actually click and drag it all the way. Right, so now we need something that says when we get to the rainbow, shout hooray or karawe. So we need to check, we need to do another sense, which is if I'm touching the rainbow, or what we could do actually is let's go over to the rainbow and say if when we'll say when players clicked, if we want to forever check if I am touching Scratch Cat. If I'm touching Scratch Cat, then we'll say hooray or print something. We'll say hooray. So let's go sound. No, well looks. We'll say karawe, which means awesome, well done, for 2 seconds. So that's going to happen when Scratch Cat touches the rainbow, or if the rainbow is touched. So let's test this out. Oh, can we get through without touching the sides? I don't know. Boom, karawe. But we probably need the Scratch Cat to stop. Then we need like the game to stop. So let us go into control and see if, oh look, stop all. So we might be able to use that in Scratch Cat. So go to, if I touch that, or that, oh no, we need it in the rainbow, don't we? Say karawe, and then stop all. Let's just stop this script, stop other scripts. Yeah, stop everything. So let's try that, see if that works. Down here, down here, boom. Yes, done. You notice that it wasn't instant, so we could actually swap this out for karawe there, rather than have it wait for 2 seconds. There we go. So just by dropping something back into the category, it gets absorbed. Hooray! And when we click on go, Scratch Cat goes back to the beginning. And that's it for this week. So have a go. Let me know how you get on. And I'll look forward to seeing your maze.